Former Muncie Mayor Dennis Tyler is headed to court nearly 2 years after his arrest by the FBI, the latest in moments.
Facebook is back up, but that doesn't mean the battle is over. Words from the Facebook whistleblower in Facebook's response.
Will another booster shot get approved? Why J&J thinks they're the next candidate.
Ironman was in Muncie this weekend, but was it the finish line for some? More in moments.
And more rain is on the way in the coming days.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Catherine Segal.
And I'm Kara Przuchek.
Former Muncie Mayor Dennis Tyler will go to court in early November at the U.S. District Court in Indianapolis. This hearing is set just short of 2 years after his arrest by the FBI in his Muncie home.
Tyler was arrested on November 18, 2019 after a string of FBI investigations of Muncie government. NewsLink Indiana's Anna Chalker joins us now with the timeline that got us here and the latest.
Yeah, good evening, guys. These FBI investigations date back to 2016. Now, in that year, former Mayor Dennis Tyler gave out a statement saying the FBI was investigating possible wrongdoings. Later in 2017, city offices were then searched by the FBI. In 2019, the former commissioner was sentenced to 2 years in prison. The Muncie Sanitary District Administrator was arrested, and former Mayor Dennis Tyler was arrested as well, just a few weeks short of finishing his term as the Muncie mayor. Tyler was later indicted for theft of government funds. He is accused of accepting $5,000 in exchange for influencing the award of contracts. That hearing will take place November 10th at 1 p.m. Now, NewsLink Indiana was here at the beginning of the case back when former Muncie Mayor Dennis Tyler was arrested in 2019, and will continue to keep you updated on the very latest on air and online at ballstatedaily.com.
Thank you, Anna. And you can find this story up now again on ballstatedaily.com with links to each of these developments since the beginning.
Governor Eric Holcomb signed a redistricting bill changing the state's congressional and legislative districts. The new maps will be used in elections for the next decade. They cover Indiana's 9 congressional districts and 150 seats in state legislature. They were drawn by Republican leaders and approved without any support from Democrats. The maps facing criticism as giving Republicans an election advantage and taking away influence of minority voters in favor of voters living in rural areas.
This weekend was a big one for the Muncie community. The Ironman triathlon competition made its return to Muncie after 2 years. The race is usually slotted as a qualifier for the World Championship that is held in Hawaii, but the World Championships for this season have been canceled due to COVID-19. For many participants, the 146-mile race here in Muncie was their World Championship this year round. Athletes from all over the continent came together, ranging from ages 18 to 81, to swim, bike, and run their way to the finish. Ben Tolliday finished in first place at just over 4 hours, finishing nearly 8 minutes ahead of the second-place finisher.
Well, it's been a really rainy weekend, so I'm hoping to see some changes.
Yes, and it was raining on October 2nd, the day of the Ironman, and now we're seeing more rain coming this week. Maddie, can you tell us more?
Sadly, that trend is looking to continue for those of you who are looking for some dry days. We are currently keeping our eyes on this low pressure system that's centered down in Mississippi and Alabama. It's forecast to move its way northward into Indiana by the time we get to Wednesday night and into Thursday, so that will bring more chances for rain as we end the week. Now, coming up in my full weather later on in the show, I'm tracking a mild overnight, a rainy end to the week as that system moves northward, and the continued duration of above average temperatures, including the possibility of reaching 80 degrees this weekend. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Maddie. Facebook is cleaning up after a massive 6-hour app outage.
Whistleblower Frances Haugen leaked tens of thousands of pages of internal research and documents indicating Facebook was aware of various problems caused by its apps, including Instagram's potential toxic impact on teen girls. Haugen testifying in a Senate subcommittee.
I came to realize a devastating truth. Almost no one outside of Facebook knows what happens inside of Facebook. Leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people.
24 hours after a massive outage took out Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, the former Facebook product manager is taking aim at the company's algorithms, accusing them of leading young users to harmful content like anorexia.
They have to make sure that the next generation is just as engaged with Instagram as the current one. And the way they'll do that is by making sure that children establish habits before they have good self-regulation.
By hooking kids.
By hooking kids.
That's why she's pleading for congressional oversight, bringing a rare bipartisan agreement.
You and I ought to resolve our differences and introduce legislation. So as Senator Thune said, let's go to work.
Our differences are very minor, or they seem very minor in the face of the revelations that we've now seen.
Facebook spokesperson weighing in on the testimony.
The majority of young people on Instagram are having a good experience, and that is borne out by the documents that were stolen.
In a written statement today, Facebook denied the whistleblower's claims, saying she didn't work on the subject matter in question and that they don't agree with her characterization of the many issues she testified about.
President Biden is promoting his infrastructure and spending bill that are currently stalled in Congress.
He spoke in Michigan today, a major issue. Democrats can't get the moderate and progressive wings of their party to agree, this as Republicans oppose both bills.
These bills are not about left versus right, or moderate versus progressive, or anything that pits Americans against one another. These bills are about competitiveness versus complacency. This isn't about two pieces of legislation. It's about the inflection point I mentioned earlier we are in our history, the world history.
At stake is the fate of Biden's Build Back Better agenda. It consists of a $1.2 trillion infrastructure package and a $3.5 trillion social safety net expansion bill. Biden said both are essential to the country's economic growth, especially for middle class and working families. The problem, aside from Republican obstruction, is that progressive and moderate Democrats disagree on major aspects of the legislation. Progressives are saying they won't vote for the infrastructure bill without a commitment from moderates on the larger spending bill. Meanwhile, moderates say they won't agree to the nearly $3.5 trillion other Democrats want in the spending bill.
Johnson & Johnson looking to add even more protection against COVID-19 as they seek approval for a booster shot. Today, asking the FDA for approval for the extra dose, while Johnson & Johnson's researchers showing data to prove that boosting a single-shot dose at 2 or 6 months would provide even more protection against COVID-19 symptoms. As well as requesting for approval, Johnson & Johnson also allowing the FDA and CDC to decide when to release the vaccine, as well as who can receive it.
AstraZeneca has filed for an emergency use authorization in the U.S. for its COVID-19 antibody therapy. It prevents symptomatic COVID-19, particularly among those who don't get an immune response from vaccination. The drug reduced the risk of symptoms by 77%. If granted by the Food and Drug Administration, it would be the first long-acting antibody combination to receive emergency use authorization. AstraZeneca says it's still discussing supply agreements with the U.S. and government around the world.
A new report found COVID-19 vaccines saved tens of thousands of elderly people's lives in a 5-month period. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services published the report. Researchers looked at Medicare beneficiaries between January and May of this year and found vaccinations were linked to a reduction in about 39,000 deaths during that time. They also say vaccines prevented about 265,000 new COVID cases and 107,000 hospitalizations. Seniors are now the most vaccinated demographic in the U.S., with more than 94% of them having received at least one dose. Disruptions on planes, just what the FAA is dealing with in moments.
And how much are you paying at the pump? The latest on oil prices. Stay with us.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Ball State's fall semester is well underway. Clubs and businesses are getting back to work, and as NewsLink Indiana's Ronnie Page shows us, one is looking to keep promoting self-love with more help from the community.
KCA is back on campus and is looking for new members in executive positions to be filled.
Negotiating with everybody on campus. I hope to see, white people, black people, men, women, everybody that has natural hair. Our biggest goal is just to make it an inclusive environment for everybody to feel comfortable in.
KCA represents Kinky Curly Alliance, which was founded in 2017 by former Ball State student Kennedy Green.
Our purpose is just to promote diversity and inclusion of the natural hairstyle and the natural hair community on Ball State's campus.
If you would like to become a member of this organization, be on the lookout for their next event at the end of October. Or, if you are interested to be a part of the executive board, positions such as president, vice president, secretary, and PR of social media needs to be filled.
I feel like, honestly, if you, part of loving your natural hair and loving your natural self is, self-love. And so we strive to work on those steps and do those things.
For more information, follow KCA_Ball State on Instagram for tips and upcoming events. In Muncie, Ronnie Page, NewsLink, Indiana.
Students can apply until the end of October by visiting their Instagram page at KCA_Ball State.
Taking a look at some more of our national headlines tonight, the U.S. has resumed flights for Afghan evacuees. The Department of Homeland Security says planes are once again taking off from the military bases in Germany and Qatar. Flights were paused last month after 4 cases of measles were discovered among Afghans. When evacuees arrive in the U.S., they are vaccinated for measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox. More than 49,000 Afghan evacuees have now been vaccinated. They also get tested for coronavirus and are offered COVID-19 vaccines.
The FAA says incidents involving unruly airline passengers are at their highest level in months. More issues were reported in the last week than any week since July 20th. A majority of the disruptions, 72%, were over the federal transportation mask mandate. More than 4,600 incidents have been reported so far this year. The FAA says it has a zero-tolerance policy for unruly passengers.
Southern California is devastated by a massive oil spill. So far, the spill has killed some wildlife in the area and closed beaches. Some local officials say the spill could become an ecological disaster. Plus, it might be bigger than initially estimated. The city of Huntington Beach says its maximum potential is 144,000 gallons. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency. Officials say a 4,000-foot section of the pipeline is believed to be the source of the spill. Oil prices are now at their highest level in nearly 7 years. The cost of U.S. crude jumped 1.5% to nearly $79 a barrel. That is a 62% spike in oil prices so far this year, and a level that has not been seen since November 2014. The jump comes after OPEC and its allies declined to significantly ramp up oil production. It will instead stick to a modest plan to increase the global oil supply.
Now transitioning over to weather. Maddie, what can we expect? Can we expect any fall weather, some cold, breezy temperatures?
Well, we topped out at a high of 80 degrees.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. It's currently 9:17. We're looking at a pretty clear shot of campus. It's been pretty warm today, but I'm wanting some colder temperatures. So Maddie, please give me some good news.
Well, sadly, Catherine, those fall temperatures aren't on the way anytime soon. We topped out at a high of 80 degrees this afternoon. That's 9 degrees above our average high for this time of year. Pretty close to that record high of 87 that was set back in 1967. Now, that 80-degree high temperature this afternoon was our third 80-degree day this month. It's only October 5th, so we definitely have chances to add in the coming weeks to that total. Our record number of 80-degree days in October was 7 days, set back in 1997. Now, taking a look at current temperatures across the state of Indiana, pretty mild out there, 66 up in Fort Wayne, 69 degrees in Indianapolis, and 67 down in Bloomington. So temperatures in the mid to upper 60s across much of the state. If we take a look at local radar, just a couple of clouds to track passing through. It is pretty clear on campus right now. We are keeping our eyes on this low pressure system down in Alabama and Mississippi. However, this is forecast to move northwards in the coming days. This will bring us our rain chances on Wednesday and into Thursday. Now tonight, however, we will remain dry, partly cloudy skies, a low of 62 degrees, winds light out of the northeast. Now, as we head into the day tomorrow, changes are on the way. You'll want to grab your umbrella as you head out to work or school, as you will need it throughout the day. Scattered rain chances will be present throughout the day. We top out at a high of 77 degrees. Those winds light out of the southeast at 5 miles an hour throughout the day. Now, timing this rain out for you here on Precision Cast as we head throughout the day on Wednesday, those rain chances do remain fairly scattered until we head into the evening hours. We could be seeing some pockets of heavier rain set up by the time we get to Wednesday evening, and then these rain chances will persist through early Thursday morning. Very hit or miss depending on where the rain sets up. You can see Precision Cast forecasting rain to move through the area around 4 a.m. on Thursday, and then as that rain moves through, it will be pretty scattered throughout the day on Thursday, so you're going to want to have that umbrella with you, not just on Wednesday, but also on Thursday as well. The other big story is the above average temperatures that we are continuing to track in the next 6 to 10 days. From October 11th to October 15th, the Climate Prediction Center has us and much of the eastern half of the country in a high probability of seeing above average temperatures, and you can actually see this on the mid 7-day forecast. We're seeing temperatures in the mid 70s, 75 on Thursday with that rain chance, rain lingering into Friday, 76 for your high, and then take a look at our weekend temperatures going right back up into the 80s to start the first weekend of October. So you definitely don't want to put away your shorts or your umbrella just yet.
Okay, so that cold weather I wanted is not going to be there.
Not yet. Okay. Maybe next week, but definitely not this week.
Let's hope. All right.
Well, we should finish enjoying the warmth of the the summer, and enjoy that time.
Definitely, and you'll definitely want to have your umbrella with you in the coming days as well.
Good to know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know that I actually did enjoy the warm weather today. I know I've been wanting cold weather. I keep asking for it, but I'm excited for, I guess, rain. Okay. Charlie, what's going on in sports?
All right.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Charlie Cronin with sports. Monroe Central High School has been tearing up their competition on the field. NewsLink's Vinny Maturano got to talk to the team about their season success.
They have grown from those other experiences into a team that wants more. And that happens, you know, when you're undefeated 4 or 5 years ago, and now they want more than just being undefeated.
It's not every day that your team goes undefeated through 7 games, but keeping the streak alive isn't the only goal for the Golden Bears at Monroe Central.
Now, all those things are nice, but we're just hoping each week makes us better, and we're not getting too caught up on the idea that it's about the undefeated mark is how we're playing.
With all of the winning the team has been doing, it's not just the coaches who have kept everybody in.
We've got 10 seniors, and we expect them to lead. They've won a lot of ball games. You know, we only lost one a year ago till the tournament. It's years of preparing them and lots of conversations to take advantage of the opportunity that we have.
The seniors have meant everything to this program, and they've accomplished a lot in their 4 years in the brown and gold.
For sure. When they were freshmen, a lot of them played, and we won our last sectional that we won that year. We've been unable to in the last 2 years, had a real tough matchup there in our sectional. So they've been through the whole gamut, the highs and the lows, and this is their big year.
Veteran leadership in the Golden Bears locker room has kept this team hungry for more every week.
With all the winning, I mean, yeah, we know we work hard and we earn our wins, and when it comes down to it, I think there's still like the hunger and the drive for more. Like, we're never satisfied.
Monroe Central will be taking on Purdue Poly in their final home game of the season on Friday at 7 o'clock. In Muncie, Vinny Maturano, NewsLink, Indiana.
Ball State getting a tough and gritty win over previously undefeated Army on Saturday afternoon, taking down the Black Knights 28-16. Ball State starting off the scoring early when Justin Hall took a 99-yard kick return to the house 10 seconds into the game. Ball State scoring on their next 2 drives with a 44-yard touchdown pass to Jason Jackson and a 2-yard touchdown run by Carson Steele. Army came fighting back with 2 unanswered scores in the second quarter. Going into the second half, both teams playing excellent defense, not allowing any scores in the third quarter. The Cards, with a 1-score cushion going into the fourth, turning that lead into 2 scores with an 18-yard touchdown pass to Johannes Tyler. Ball State getting the win for the first time since Week 1 against Western Illinois, moving their record to 2-3. With many great performances throughout the game, the Cardinals are proud of what they are doing going into the next phase of the season, facing Mid-American Conference opponents for the remainder of the year. Ball State looking to get a big win on the road at Western Michigan this Saturday at 3:30. Isn't it awesome to see Ball State back to their 2020 ways, winning some more big games?
It's awesome to see they're back to their 2020 ways, and we're finally able to enjoy it in person. It's just really great to see.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Army's a tough school, too. They were 4-0 coming into it.
I wasn't able to go, but I'm really glad they won, and I'm excited to go to homecoming.
Yeah, and there's a final look at weather after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, hello from the other side. Adele has confirmed she's about to release a new song. According to her announcement tweet, the song is called Easy on Me and will drop next Friday. The Grammy Award-winning singer hasn't released new music since her 2015 album 25. Some of her fans have shared pictures of Billboard saying 30, which is what she has previously revealed as the title of her new album. Adele has not revealed a release date yet for it.
Fans of Game of Thrones got a sneak peek at the newest installment releasing next year. The official teaser for House of Dragon dropped online Tuesday. According to the video, the series takes place 200 years before the end of the original series. House of Dragon is set to air on HBO Max in 2022. Well, with all this rain coming up, I could see myself binge watching some Game of Thrones. Let's send it to Maddie and see what else we got for weather.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a good week to be inside out of the rain and inside away from the warm temperatures outside. 75 degrees your high on Thursday, but the best chances for rain this week coming on Thursday. 76 your high on Friday with that rain lingering. Rain continues to linger into Saturday morning. A high of 80 degrees on Saturday and 81 degrees on Sunday before temperatures steady out into the mid-70s next week.
Thank you, Maddie. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.